Here we go. It's the famous left-hand turn, probably the most famous left-hand turn in the whole world of cycling. As round they go and onto this descent. Now then, watch Pidcock. Will he come off the wheel and attack Pogacar?
And they were 10 seconds faster than last year. This, to give an indication, there was no Mathieu van der Poel cracking, was just today flying over this climb of the Poggio. Mathieu van der Poel approaching the descent with a slight advantage over the chasing peloton, which is large in number, so the podium is still possible for this group, as the duo seems like unreachable. And now is Tom Pidcock taking the lead, and probably is going to try something that's, well, at least what we expect for him to do.
He can do a mixture of both here, can't he, Hannah? He can think about how he's probably got the edge on Pogacar in the sprint, especially an injured, potentially injured Pogacar. But that's not to say that he can't just ask the question on this descent. Maybe not go full throttle, Jacopo, but just push it and see if he can find a moment of weakness.
Yeah, and also, like, even if you're not able to drop him, force him to chase you down once you're at the bottom of the descent. You know, he can, burn a little bit of matches for today. He can also help out Tom Pidcock in the final sprint.
And if you're Tadej Pogacar, well, has he already resigned himself that this all comes down to a mano in San Remo on the approach to the Via Roma? Will it be that script, or can he attack Pidcock? In the frame of mind he's in at the moment, Tadej Pogacar, this is just a man of total willpower, isn't it? He just wants this so much. He's determined not to let this opportunity that he's fashioned through total aggression and raw power. He does not want to let this chance slip through his fingers. This might be his best chance he ever gets of winning Milan-San Remo.
Yeah, and he's even attacking Tom Pidcock in the descent. He's taking the lead and trying to push hard and put Tom Pidcock on the edge and hoping for him to get distance.
18 seconds back to Van der Poel, who's about to be caught by what remains of the peloton on this descent. These two are flying now as Pogacar just gets out of the saddle. Trying to accelerate away from Pidcock. He's just watching that figure in white, reading his line, possibly waiting to pick him off if he spies a moment where he can put Pogacar on the back foot. But it is Pogacar dictating terms at the moment.
Could be a bit of history to be made here. A world champion hasn't won San Remo since 1983, Giuseppe Torroni. So,
I think
all the world champions over the years, and Pogacar's in prime position here to try and take his first San Remo, but as world champion.
I think whatever way you cut it, it's going to be history, isn't it?
Of course.
Whatever way you cut it.
Several bits of history.
We're nearly off this descent now, just this left-hander and then a long straight approach before they drop down onto the main road. Inside 3 kilometers for the front of the race. How organized are they behind? How far behind are they? Feels like they're over 10 or 15 seconds behind. We've lost the timings on the screen, but don't rule the bunch out yet, especially if these two try and play games. It's not done yet, is it?
Yeah, 23 seconds according to the graphic, as Tom Pidcock giving some pull ahead of Tadej Pogacar. So the collaboration is there. The duo will eventually collaborate till the end. Let's see who has something left in the tank for the sprint. I mean, now it's not a normal sprint, it's a sprint after 297 kilometers. Tadej Pogacar crashed, as you can clearly see on his skin suit, like completely shredded. And very responsive, like the best shape ever of Tom Pidcock. Who's he going to win? I mean, it's exciting.
Just a bit. Tadej Pogacar looks round just to check that time gap behind, as Tom Pidcock knows now that 2 kilometers out is far too far out to be playing games, and he does a turn on the front, and look how big this chase group is, one of the biggest chase groups in recent Milan-San Remo history. And it's Lidl Trek who are trying to bring this back for Mads Pedersen. Mathieu van der Poel has been caught. Lidl Trek still with numbers. 19 seconds, 1.7k to go. Pogacar looks round and checks. Pidcock will have to come through again and do another turn on the front, I would imagine. And he will do, because it's far too far out to risk anything yet, and they still need to keep the pace high.
Yes, going down a little bit, 18 seconds at the moment.
Wout van Aert launches off the front in pursuit of the front of the race. He's gone clear, he's got a gap, and Van Aert, not quite the rider that he was a few years ago, but a former winner of this race, Milan-San Remo, knows how to do a short, hard effort like that. So he's off in pursuit of these three, and if he gets across, that is a real problem for Pidcock and Pogacar.
Yeah, it's 14 seconds now. It's going down 30 seconds, so they're getting closer. As these duo they're not allowed to look at each other, getting too much tactical.
They can't afford to do this at all. They need to continue here because this is getting quite desperate. All it takes is for them to look at each other and the gap comes down to single figures.
Well, Van Aert is visible now behind them, maybe 100 metres or so behind them, but they're well into the final kilometre, the series of turns that lead to the Via Roma, as Tom Pidcock finds himself in the perfect position now on the wheel of Tadej Pogacar. Has he got the kick to deliver the victory? Tadej Pogacar swings across, looks for that moment where he can unleash his sprint. He knows that Van Aert is coming, but surely they've got enough roads to play with here to make this a battle of the ages between the two of them. We're going to have a new winner of Milan-San Remo unless Van Aert can get across, but we're inside the last half kilometre. They slow right up. Tadej Pogacar aware of Tom Pidcock. Pidcock impassive, waiting to unleash his sprint, still too far out. Patience now for Pidcock. Pogacar, well, what a story he's written. Can he round it off? Can the world champion deliver the performance that gets him this yearned-for victory? Pogacar opens up his sprint. Pidcock still in the shadow of Pogacar. Pogacar trying to win the impossible race, but Pidcock is coming up alongside him. The arms go in the air, and it's very, very close, but Pogacar celebrates. The impossible race has been won by the impossible rider. Tadej Pogacar has done it! And he's done it in the most extraordinary fashion. The script that no one could have imagined. Down, out, bruised, battered, and somehow back, out-sprinting Tom Pidcock. The impossible moment has arrived. Pogacar writes stories that no one thought could be written, and none have been more compelling than that one.
What a ride by him, and this is make a statue for Brandon McNulty, what he did in the bottom of the Cipressa, leading him in and just basically place him in the top two position. It's amazing. Like, everything turns out as Tadej wanted to be. It was not for Tom Pidcock, but enough for Tadej Pogacar to celebrate in this victory. The agonized victory, you know. The destiny was in the way, but he was stronger today.
Half a bike length, Henna. Half a bike length.
If that, half a wheel. Half a wheel.
Half a wheel, I mean, yeah.
It's extraordinary. What a sprint, what a battle. Joschka Ziegart, his fiancée, excellent bike rider in her own right as well. Right there as well as Carlos Sainz. Great to see Carlos Sainz is here too. Good friend of Tadej Pogacar, training partner as well in Monaco. Exceptional.
He's done it. He actually doesn't need to come back to this bike race now, does he? Ever again.
I think the whole peloton is happy because everybody was saying, like, we hope that today is winning so we can back to normal at Sanremo, but he's done it. So amazing ride by him.
All he needed to do was a crash. That was it. That was the secret. That was the magic potion in the end, wasn't it? He just needed to crash.
Probably.